It started out slowly. It started out with pick this up, drive this here, deliver this package, and it slowly graduated into rob this house, rob this person owes me money, go and get it. And for probably a year or two, things just started to snowball faster and faster, and I was doing heavier and heavier crimes. I became a debt collector, and I would go collect drug debts, and the stuff that I had to do to people that didn't pay was extremely graphic and extremely nasty. And to this day, even after all these years, it still haunts me in my most vivid dreams.
There's all the violence that comes with that. People not paying their bills. You have to go do a collection on someone. You might be kicking a door at 3:30 in the morning with guns, And, it's scary to be on either side of that door, Just recently, just last past year, I was actually home invaded myself. A friend of mine was selling drugs, and I guess some jackers wanted to come in and take the money and dope. And I just had a baby a few months before that, my baby daughter, and she was in the crib in our bedroom when our door was kicked at 3:30 in the morning and 3 masked gunmen come in. That's something that I feel responsible for too, because I should have never put my family in that predicament. I could have been killed that night. My daughter could have been killed that night. And that's just really unacceptable to me.
Talking about jail, I mean, the stuff that you have to see there every day, it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. I've seen guys stabbed in there. I've seen guys beat to the point of retardation. A good example, I mean, have you ever left your coffee grounds in the coffee maker after you've made it and walked away? Everybody has, right? Well, I saw a guy in jail do that, and because it was the unit's coffee maker, there's one coffee maker for the whole unit, he was beaten extremely badly. And I'm not talking, you violate any of these small convict rules that a normal person would have no idea about. You have to learn them fast. You violate any of these rules, and you get a beating. And I'm not talking about somebody comes in your room and punches you twice in the face. I'm talking about you walk into your room and there's 4 guys in there, and one of them's holding a metal kettle, and he smashes your head in with it.
I'm 30 years old, and I have 10 years in prison. When you're in the lifestyle and you're in the jail mentality, the gang mentality, you don't care. It's all you know. You're institutionalized, vicious assaults in jail cells. I've seen people be bullied for food and extorted in there. This past, 5 or 10 years, I've seen over a dozen of my friends be murdered. Murdered in cold blood, over drugs or, territory, girls, maybe they're a jacker, whatever, but, there's a big group of us and we ran around for a long time and we all thought we were bulletproof, You had the vest, you had the bear scare, you thought you were tough, but I have a really long list on me of people I love very much that were murdered, and, those people were not bulletproof. We are not bulletproof. And
I've been to more funerals than I could count. There's always a funeral to go to. And you know what? The worst part about it is a lot of guys just disappear. And there's no funeral, there's no body, they're just missing.
One of the most positive media messages ever delivered in the city of Abbotsford was the fact that the Bacon brothers, who were seen as very successful at one point, who were born and raised in Abbotsford, ended up where they've ended up. So one's dead. That person who's dead was actually shot 8 times previously in his life. Both of the other brothers are in jail, one already convicted of conspiracy to import, and the other one awaiting trial for a very significant conspiracy to commit murder, and may face other charges as we go. And so that is a beautiful piece of public relations, because to every kid who watched that happen, look what the outcome was for all three of these people. It's what we keep saying to them: you're going to be dead, or you're going to be in jail. And so the message is that this actually doesn't work. The message is that it seems like a glamorous lifestyle, that the lies that are being told in the gangster rap, in all the other cultural pieces, is being exposed right in front of them. And the important thing is for us to make sure they're hearing that message.